Hello everybody, my name is Ender. I'm just okay. Please, just please forgive me, cause I just recorded this video, and I don't know what to say. It didn't work out. Okay, so we have a new snapshot. I'm gonna try to be happy. Okay, I'm gonna try to be happy doing this video. Gosh, I can't get over it. A new snapshot came out yesterday, Wednesday. What is it? February 24th, 2021. Gosh, time is flying by fast. And it's not the biggest snapshot in the world. It's mainly, it's actually just changes, really. So I figured, well, actually, there is 2 new blocks, actually, which is cool. But I figured, let's just go ahead and cover it, okay? So here we go. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe too. Yeah, thank you. So in this wonderful snapshot, we definitely have changes, but I couldn't exactly figure out how to put it in a chest, you know how I usually do. So let's just say it's a cavey snapshot. Yeah, it's a cavey snapshot, okay? So I'm reading this off of the changelog. I'll have the changelog linked in the description, as I normally do. There's been a lot of cavey changes in this snapshot. Namely, they tweaked the cave sizes further. So to my understanding, at least to how I see it, caves that start like right below the surface and then as you head down, they seem to get bigger as you head down. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, because like the deeper you go, the bigger the cave systems get. That's really cool. Canyon and cave carvers now apply below Y0. Cracks can now be found carved into the ground. Not too sure what that means. I don't know if it means like the ground here or like the ground way up there in the surface. And you remember how in the last snapshot I mentioned that blocks like granite, diorite, and dirt, I think gravel too, cannot be found below Y equals 0, and andesite was the only one that could be found in patches like this? Well, you're wrong. Andesite has been removed from here too, and it's been replaced with a new block. Well, not a new block, but a different block. Okay, so it's been replaced with tuff. This is tuff from the amethyst geodes. The same tuff, no texture changes or anything, and it behaves the same, but this means tuff is easier to get. What about amethyst geodes? How are amethyst geodes affected by this change? If we find an amethyst geode, like, I guess this one would work. There's actually a lot of amethyst geodes around here. Very interesting. But this amethyst geode, for instance, you'll notice where before, tuff would generate on the outside, but check this out. This is a new block. Now, can you guess what this block is? I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Ready? It's smooth basalt. Smooth basalt is a brand new block in this snapshot, and I've got to say, it's a good looking block. Oh, sorry, Geode, I didn't mean to hurt you. Smooth basalt has been added, and if you're wondering why smooth basalt now generates on the outside of amethyst geodes instead of tuff, wow, that was a mouthful to say. It's because in real life, basalt actually is formed on the outside instead of tuff, which I don't even know if tuff is a real thing in real life. Is it? I'll have to look that up after this video. But basalt, there's a new variant, smooth basalt, and that's really all I gotta say. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Smooth basalt instead of tuff on the outside of amethyst geode. Okay, let's just move on. Let's actually go way back up into the surface, or onto the surface, and try to find our little showcase area. Where'd it go? Is it over here? I believe it's over here, past this mountain. That's oddly kind of big. Yeah, this one right here. Now you notice this sign. This sign looks different. It's kind of hard to read, a little bit, but it's a new block. You see that? That does look vaguely like diamond ore, but it's darker. So what's going on here? Well, as you see here, we have all of the overworld ores that are currently in the game, like, you know, copper, coal, iron, gold, redstone, lapis, diamond, and emerald. They've actually all received a texture change. I think all of them except diamond, because diamond is the iconic Minecraft, you know, ore. So they're not ever going to change that, at least not in the near future. Maybe like 20 years from now it'll be different, but not now. These are all different from the last snapshot. I'll have a little image on screen right now of the new texture changes. And by the way, speaking of these texture changes, I quite love them. They're very unique. I like how all of the different ores have different shapes and styles. The lapis to me looks like the old water, like from the old days of Minecraft. And the emerald, that's really cool. See that little, emerald part right there. I wish I could zoom in. Don't have the spyglass on me right now, but see that part? It looks like a chipped emerald, which I think that looks awesome. And the copper ore, that looks sweet with like the green on the outside. We don't really have an ore with 2 colors in it, so that's cool. But we have a new variant of ores, and it's these ores right here. It's actually 5 in the middle. We'll talk about why these 3 ores don't have a Deepslate version. Oh, Deepslate. I forgot to tell. So if you didn't know, Deepslate is now the new name for Grimstone. As you can see here, we don't type in Grimstone anymore. It's named Deepslate. D. And you'll see we have Deepslate, cobbled Deepslate. We'll get in that in a second. Polished Deepslate, and etc. We don't have any new stair or slab or wall types because of this new cobbled Deepslate. It's just been renamed. Now, why exactly do we have new variants of ores for the Deepslate? Gosh, I'm gonna have to get used to saying Deepslate instead of Grimstone. Deepslate is way harder to say in my opinion. I personally like Grimstone a lot better. I wish they change it back. I bet they will, because a lot of people have mixed feelings about Deepslate, including those chickens back there. But anyway, I've got to say, the Deepslate variant of Diamond Ore looks so good. So again, why do we need these versions of ores for the Deepslate biomes down there, whatever you want to call it? Well, it's because it just looks better. That's all I can say, I guess. They just fit in with the whole new cave generation down there and the new Grimstone / Deepslate, whatever you want to call it. Overall, think of it like the Nether. We got the Nether gold ore. That's kind of how it's going right here. We got new ore variants for the Deepslate. I don't know what to call it. Deepslate biome. The area, the new caves all the way down there, like at Y-40. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so check this out. This is just regular Deepslate, no variant or anything. Now, do you notice anything different at all from the last snapshot? I'll give you a couple seconds. We have a new texture for the Deepslate block, and, you know, it doesn't look like much, but if you look at it, the top and the bottom have been changed. We have new top and bottom textures for Deepslate. They look sort of like paved roads, which are gonna look so good. The sides, however, have remained the exact same. Now, what in the world is this cobbled Deepslate stuff? Well, that's what I'm about to tell you. So here we have regular Deepslate. Here we have regular Deepslate. Okay, Andrew, slow down. Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, it's all better. Okay, look, I know you're about to hit 200 subscribers. I know that it's been so rough making this video, but you just have to calm down and just admire the Deepslate. It looks so good. It's a new block. So, yeah. Also, if you're watching right now, consider subscribing. We're almost at 200. But anyway, here we have Deepslate. I mine it, and we get cobbled Deepslate. This stuff over here is cobbled Deepslate, and this block right here is, well, it was Deepslate, but now it's cobbled Deepslate because I mined it. But that's besides the point. So we have basically cobbled Deepslate. Think of it as like stone. Right here we have normal stone. We mine it, we get cobblestone. It behaves sort of like that. In fact, it behaves exactly like that. We mine the Deepslate, and guess what? We get cobbled Deepslate. Awesome. And how? How did I do that? I just made a perfect little thing. That's cool. So yes, overall, just texture changes and a lot of cool stuff. Now we're almost done, thank goodness, with showing off all the new changes. So, here's the image again, provided by Mojang on this Snapshot's Changelog website thingy. So, we actually have texture changes for these blocks as well. We have we have texture changes for Deepslate, polished Deepslate, Deepslate bricks, tiled Deepslate tiles, whatever you want to call it, and chiseled Deepslate, or whatever. These aren't the biggest changes, but I guess, I don't know, I haven't really noticed them. I guess they're lighter, they just had some light touch-ups. Now that I think about it, yeah, I think I noticed the changes. Also, again, I'll have the changelog in the description like I normally do, okay? It's not a big deal. As well as this image right here. This is the second version of a ore distribution graph that is coming to 1.17, the second iteration. Now, over here we have Minecraft 1.16, how ores sort of generated in your worlds, to put it simply. And here we have coal, iron, diamond, lapis, gold, redstone, and emerald, all the way down there. And here we have 1.17. Things get a lot bigger. Here we have like mountains up here, and then we have regular underground, and then here we have the deep depths of your world. Now, let's focus down here and a little bit up here, because this is where most of the changes are. So check this out. Iron right here. Now we have smaller blobs of iron down where the Deepslate generates. Gosh, I hope they changed the name back to Grimstone, because that's hard to say. And diamond and gold have actually had reduced air exposure, meaning you have to mine for them a little more, and they're not open to the air in your caves, like we've been seeing a lot. Lapis, no air exposure, I guess, which means you can't find them anymore, like open to the air, which is kind of strange. And up here, emerald, I don't know what this means, only mountains biome, I couldn't tell you. Also, this is still not final. They just squeezed in a little still right there. That's kind of funny. It's still not final, which means all this really could change. So yeah, this is basically just a little heads up for you guys. Now, let's wrap up the video. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for this week's snapshot. That's gonna do it for this week's snapshot video showcase. Let me know, what are your thoughts on this snapshot? I personally like all the changes. I forgot one of the changes. I forgot two of the changes. Hold on. This has definitely been a weird video. So check this out. We have a little spore blossom hanging from the rooted dirt, which I actually forgot to talk about when it came out. Which, by the way, rooted dirt looks so good. In my opinion, better than coarse dirt. I think it'll be really good with pathways. But anyway, notice anything different with the spore blossom? I'll give you a couple seconds. Ready? It's the particles. The spores that actually come from the spore blossom now sort of float like throughout the entire area of where the spore blossom is planted. And yes, you can plant multiple spore blossoms and create essentially the biggest particle area that you've ever seen. All the particles will overlap and the game will start being very laggy. But yeah, this means that lush caves, whenever there's like a couple of these planted throughout the cave, the lush cave, they'll be filled with these particles, which is cool. That's really cool. This definitely creates such a nice atmosphere, in my opinion. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And our final change for this week's snapshot is actually conveniently to do with the creative inventory. We go into the redstone tab and notice anything different. I'll scroll through here. And, oh, that's right, slime and honey blocks are now located in the redstone tab instead of, I believe they were before placed in the miscellaneous, because there's slime here and then there's honey all the way down here. Yeah, now they're in the redstone tab, which makes a lot more sense because they are redstone related blocks. Awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's snapshot showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts on this week's snapshot. I personally liked it. Let me know what you think down below. These types of videos, like snapshot showcases, are very stressful to make during school because they come out during school, when I'm in school, you know. I have a little bit of time to look over the changelog. I come home, it's like 3:50 in the evening, and I have little time to actually record. Right now it's like 5 and I'm still recording. It's been over an hour, which is annoying because if only that video would have recorded perfectly. Anyway, guys, I'm okay. My mental health is still good. And then there's editing, and then there's things like making the thumbnail, then there's it's just so stressful. So I hope you guys understand. Please show your love by leaving a like and consider subscribing too if you want to see more content. Yeah, I know, we're almost to 200. Thank you guys so much. Follow my Twitter down below for the latest updates and stuff on my personal life as well. Ladies and gentlemen, go have a great day and a good week. I'll see you guys in the next video someday. I don't know when. I'm kind of tired at this point. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. My name is Ender. Goodbye.